So in today's video, I'll be going over how you guys can create a North Carolina LLC step by step. We'll go through these 6 steps to forming your LLC in the state of North Carolina. And yeah, each of these 6 steps I'll be going into in more detail. At the end, I'll show you guys how to use a service like Northwest to actually do all this for you. So yes, you can do it manually by yourself, but if you want to really ensure that you do it correctly and you want to save a lot of time, then I definitely recommend using a service like Northwest. Anyways, let's start with step 1, which is naming your LLC. So there are some North Carolina state guidelines when it comes to the name of your business. First, it must include limited liability company, LLC, or L.L.C. The name must also not include certain prohibited words and phrases unless you have received permission from the proper legal authority. Here are some examples of some prohibited words. You guys can pause this video and take a look. And then you also want to make sure that your name is available in the state. So you'll do a North Carolina state name search. We'll leave a link down below in the description to that. And then after that, you'll also want to make sure that whatever name you choose has an available domain name. Of course, you don't need to have the domain, but if you are trying to build your business, then it may come in handy in the future. Step number 2 is to hire a registered agent. So this is basically a person or a business that's responsible for sending and receiving important legal documents on your behalf, such as tax forms, lawsuits, government correspondence forms, stuff like that. They must be a full-time resident of North Carolina. And yes, it can be yourself, it can be an employee, or it can be an actual registered agent service, which is what I recommend. Step 3 is to file your articles of organization for your LLC. So this is form LLC-01 and it's filed with the North Carolina Secretary of State. The filing fee currently for this is $125, and there's multiple ways you guys can actually submit this. You guys can do it online, you guys can do it by mail, or you can even deliver it in person. We'll also leave a link down below to this particular form. It is something that you will have to fill out manually. You'll also want to decide on your management structure. So are you going to be member managed or are you going to be manager managed? And for most of you guys watching this video, you will be member managed. Step number 4 is to actually create your LLC operating agreement. So this is actually not required in North Carolina, but I do highly recommend that you have one. It's essentially a legal document that outlines the ownership and operating rules and procedures of your LLC. Especially if you're partnering up someone on this LLC, that's when it's super important. Now, the operating agreement usually is going to include the organization, the management and voting structure, the capital contributions rules, distributions rules, membership changes, as well as how you guys can actually dissolve the company if needed. So step number 5 is to obtain your EIN for your LLC. So this is known as your federal tax identification number for your business. This is essentially your business's social security number. And this is going to allow the IRS to identify and keep track of your business's tax status. So you will need your EIN to basically be able to open up a bank account, hire employees, as well as file taxes. A service can do this for you like Northwest, or you can actually do it yourself. It's extremely easy, and we will leave a link down below to the website for that. Step number 6 is you may need to obtain additional licensing. Now, I'm not going to get too in detail on this since it really does depend on your specific business. But yeah, for example, let's say you sell physical items that are taxed, right? So when you buy these items, you are going to need some type of resale certificate. That basically means that you're not going to be paying the tax yourself. Rather, that tax is passed on to the consumer. So whoever buys from your company. That way it's not double taxed, right? So yeah, I recommend you guys do some more research on the business licenses and permits and all those things. And then after you actually open up your LLC, you're going to want a business bank account. You might want a business credit card, and you're for sure going to want an accountant. So now I'm going to show you guys how to use Northwest Registered Agent to actually file your LLC for you. They've been doing this for over 20 years. I highly recommend them. And yeah, as you guys will see, it is extremely simple. So if you guys click on the link down below, it's going to take you to the special landing page where you guys can actually take advantage of Northwest's $39 LLC formation service. So what we'll do is click get started right here. And the first thing it's going to ask you is what type of business would you like to start? So we're going to be creating an LLC, and we'll select our state. So we'll find North Carolina. You'll be able to select your processing time. Of course, the faster it is, the more expensive it is. So just for this video, we'll select the 16-day processing. Then we'll click continue. Now we're going to enter in the exact name for our business, comma LLC. So let's use Charlie Chain Media Productions LLC. For business purpose, we can just leave it like that. And then it's going to have you enter in your physical address and mailing address. Since I recommend using Northwest Registered Agent as your registered agent service, we'll just select this and that and click continue. Now we'll select our management type. So it can be member managed or manager managed. For most of you guys, like I said earlier, you will be member managed. Then you can choose whether or not to list members or managers with the state. You can learn more about that by clicking on the question mark. We'll leave it as is for omitting it. And then you'll select how many members are in your company. Since it's just me, I'll select 1, and then I'll put my information right here. Next, we'll click continue and we'll create our account. Then we'll click continue. Now we'll put in our contact details. So I'll go ahead and do that. Make sure that all looks good. And then we'll click continue. Here's where you can actually add some add-on items. These are all optional. For example, if you want Northwest to get your EIN number for your business, you guys can select that. You guys can see it's an additional $50. So you guys can either have them do it for you or you can do it yourself, which is quite easy. You guys can also have Northwest file the form to get your business elected as an S Corp for tax purposes. We won't get too much into that in this video, but just know that that is possible. And then they also have premium mail forwarding, a virtual office, and a trademark service. For now, we'll just leave this as is. You can see they have free phone service. So I'll click continue. And here's where we're going to enter in our payment information. Once you do that, you'll click done right here, and it's going to start the formation process. Yeah, as you guys can see, super easy. Literally takes just a few minutes. And I just highly recommend using a service like this to do it for you. So here's some other things that you guys should be aware of with your LLC in North Carolina. You may be subject to unemployment insurance tax. There may be employee withholding tax as well. You may need federal licensing depending on what type of business you have. And with LLCs, you must report your income to the IRS every single year. If you guys do have a multi-member LLC, you guys will use Form 1065. This is the partnership return. And then if you have a single member LLC, which most of you guys probably will have, you'll be using the Form 1040 Schedule C. Because yeah, basically LLCs are pass-through entities. So any income you make, they pass through directly to your personal tax return. There's also the North Carolina LLC annual report. This must be done every single year with the states. It can be done online or by mail, and this does cost $200, and it's due April 15th. Definitely don't miss this. Create a reminder for yourself because they can actually dissolve your LLC within 60 days for failure to actually file this report. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys are a new business owner, I want to say good luck. It's an amazing and fun journey, and I really wish you guys the best of luck. Again, all the links to the resources we talked about are going to be down below in the description. And if you guys do want to take advantage of that special Northwest LLC formation package, that link will be down below as well. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. This whole channel is dedicated at giving you guys free guides and tutorials helping you to start your business. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.